Happy Wednesday, people! Welcome back to another Rec Room News video, and in today's Rec Room News video, I have a Rec Room update to talk about. Well, let me correct myself real quick. Updates to talk about, because it's been a few days. Not to mention, we also have the additional news, along with announcements to share, and even a shop that you guys might be interested in. We'll talk about it all in today's video, and without any further ado, let's get started. But there was actually this comment that I wanted to talk about. Apparently, someone had a dream that I was scolding them, and I was telling them to repent for their sins. I don't know how to respond to this. Thank you for the comment, I guess. I hope this is not like an occurring thing. I hope you guys don't dream about this type of stuff. Anyways, though, let's talk about the news now. What the heck? Getting us started, there's been a few releases inside the Rec Center shop. We had these Atlantean bladed wings earlier this week, and we actually had gotten this fortune teller headband inside the shop today. So there were some new additions into the shop that I didn't really talk about in my last videos, but there you guys go. The board had also updated as well. We had gotten a new YouTube tab and a new Instagram tab. It's been a week, so featured rooms had also updated as well if you guys are interested in stuff like that. And yeah, they're just pretty much all new. This is out of stock. Don't know what's happening there. In other news, if you guys decide to go into your watch whenever you guys are playing Rec Room and stuff like that, and decide to go to the watch store, you guys will notice that there's this new carousel for spring items. These spring items are called the Spring Spectacle, and as you guys can see, we have some limited time spring items here. Starting us off, we just have the Fey Horns, the Dryad Dress, the Crossbow Skin, a Bow Skin, and then a Laser Grenade Skin and a Paintball Grenade Skin. Big fan of this blue one. I really do like it. Probably my favorite skin out of this entire little spring bundle here. But of course, what are your guys' thoughts on this? In other news, Rec Room players are also receiving their Rooms 2.0 incentive hat. Remember when Rec Room said that they would release that hat by March? Well, it's March, and people have been getting it. Now, we've seen the cap already and stuff like that, but players are actually getting this blue cap with this, Rooms 2.0 logo on it and stuff like that, and it's only for a certain amount of players. I really hope it's one of those items Rec Room never ever ends up re-releasing or something like that, even if it is for like a different incentive program or something. I like how it's an exclusive item at the moment. Let me know your guys' thoughts, and do you guys have the hat? Be sure to let me know, because I sure don't. Talking about this Rooms 2.0 incentive hat, there's actually new news about Rooms 2.0 that you might find interesting if you're a builder inside of Rec Room. There was this announcement inside the Rec Room Creative Club Discord server talking about great news! You are now able to spawn Rooms 1.0 inventions into 2.0 rooms. Essentially, you will see your personal inventions created in Rooms 1.0 in your palette and spawn them in your 2.0 room. You will then get the warning below that states you need to save the invention in your 2.0 room if you want to continue to use it without re-importing. And there are 3 things that may happen from here. Number 1, the invention is fully imported and is available to use in your 2.0 room. Number 2, the invention is only partially supported and some objects will be missing. These missing objects will be replaced with large text objects in magenta, stating the theme of the missing object located where the missing object should have been. I will show you guys an example of that pretty soon. And number 3, nothing could be imported over. Regardless of success or partial success, you will need to select everything in the invention and save it as a Rooms 2.0 inventions to avoid going through all the import processes again. Now, if you guys are, a little confused about step 2 and stuff like that, Kidums had actually showed me what this was, and basically, when you have parts of your invention that isn't available in Rooms 2.0, it'll be replaced with this text. Sometimes the text can look like this if you guys are interested in stuff like that, and don't get, discouraged or confused by this, especially if you're not a big person with, the maker pen, circuits, or building and stuff like that. Now, I did talk about full body avatars in my last video, but right as I uploaded that video, Max Powers actually sent a list about what was actually fixed with a number of items. He said lots of sleeve and material fixes are going to land in the ship of the first week of April. In, parentheses, they say it takes about 2 weeks for a fix to land once they've done it. And here's a peek at all the kinds of details they'll provide. Note, these haven't been modified to reflect their store names yet. So it's just a list of a bunch of hoodies, tees, jackets, dresses, and what you can, pretty much assume would be glitz with full body avatars. And pretty much it tells you what was fixed, like these sleeves matched plus integrated, or sleeves added, or material sorted or gap fixed or whatever. Then on this last column they have all remats for everything else. Don't really know what that could mean. My guess is that it probably is like a indication of what the fix may need or whatever. It's super interesting, but of course those are the items that we should see fixed soon. Hat adjustments are also on the roadmap. If you guys are interested in stuff like that, we can adjust our hats with full body avatars, and they're hoping to have it out in 3 to 4 weeks. Now, these fixes also came with the latest Rec Room update and stuff like that. And I believe it is now time reread out those patch notes. So of course, as you guys remember, Rec Room had a new update and stuff like that. It's now called the quote-unquote Reloaded Edition and stuff like that, and they have this to say. In this patch, they have full body avatar beta fixes, and they have a fix for full body avatars blinking out of existence for a few frames when you move close or far away from each other. They fixed a lot of see-through gaps on the body while wearing shirts, gloves, and shoes, and it was that list that I had showed you earlier in this video. There were general improvements and bug fixes, which said items will now be removed from your wish list immediately after receiving the item. Room anchors can now be added to all inventions, not just inventions made in the dorm or rec center, and they're adding new properties to room inventory items, set action button text, enable equip button, and show count in equipment slots. Fix some instances of out of CPU heat errors not providing context for which clip they came from, and the player prompt multiple choice clip is now available in rooms 2. I said clip, not chip. Anyways, that's so funny. Anyways, we have this Rec Room Studio update as well, and they say we can now indicate whether a room is a legacy or rooms 2.0 room when selecting a room to open, and in the Rec Room Studio window when a room is already open. In room 2 rooms, you can now place new objects directly into containers, and you can copy and paste and duplicate objects that are inside containers. And lastly, they're fixing some artifacts when selecting objects in Rec Room Studio. Hey, how's it going? Did you know that I have memberships? Of course, you guys already know the big deal. A big massive shout out to all my Pookies and stuff like that. I love them a lot. And we have Zipical, Carl the Skunk, Greg Streams, Random Person GM, Jack Tutorial, Guinea Pig Plays Plus, Mr. Bacony VR, Ramen Noodle, Bucket Guide, Yo It's Jakey, Ace the Narrator, Trevor A, Raphael, Cloud, Netflix69, Box David, and Dozer Blade Cat. Of course, thank you guys for giving me your hard-earned cash once a month. I really do appreciate it, and especially if you guys are a squidling. Thank you for joining that small role, and it really does play a big part in my memberships. Now, of course, back to the video! So, that's pretty much all of Rec Room's update and stuff like that. Not a crazy big update, but still, nonetheless, very, very important to note. Super cool to see that Rec Room also has, full body avatar fixes inside the update as well. You love to see that. And of course, we will just wait and see what Rec Room also has in store for us later in the future. Talking about full body avatars, if you guys are interested, we had actually talked about it last video, but full body avatars are now available to some level 40 players. It's super cool to see people getting their full body avatars and stuff like that, especially when Rec Room has more people, which means more feedback and submissions and stuff like that. So it really just works out great for everyone. Be sure to let me know if you guys like full body avatars, and do you guys know any bugs that are still in effect now? I'll be looking at your guys' comments, and shoot, I might even use it for an actual video one day. You never know. And of course, folks, if you guys are interested, here is the event board, and that's pretty much it. What do you guys think about the He-Man stuff? I'm not gonna lie, the fact that they're selling two, gloves for different prices is kind of crazy. But of course, let me know your guys' thoughts. And that's pretty much our entire news video. If you guys like the news, be sure to let me know. Do you have a favorite thing inside the update? Do you, actually use Rooms 2.0, and this news about Rooms 2.0 is very, very important to you? Or are you a big fan of the new spring items that Rec Room had released inside their watch shop? Be sure to let me know. I'll be looking at your guys' comments down below. And of course, people, thank you guys for watching this far into the video. If you guys like the video, feel free to like. I really do appreciate it, and it really does mean a lot to me. It even helps me get on the YouTube algorithm bot's favorite list as well. So if you guys like this video might even do better. So yeah, thank you guys for all the love and stuff like that. But did you guys actually know that I have my own Rec Room code? It's SK0L. It's totally free, and you guys can just type in Skull, and you guys should be able to be supporting me. Or you guys can go through the hassle-free method and go into my profile and click that support button. It ends every 45 days, so if you guys are already a supporter and stuff like that, check again, because you guys might not actually be supporting me. And lastly, if you guys haven't already, feel free to check out my last video where I talked about full body avatars, bugs that they go through and stuff like that, and the announcement that they kind of had for that and whatnot. I think you guys will like that watch. It was a pretty good ranking video and stuff like that, and of course, I'd greatly appreciate it. But without any further ado, I have to punch you now. Bro fist! Nee!